Alphaba, and we know better. Yeah, it was bound to happen, huh?
It's dress rehearsal day.
It is dress rehearsal today.
Sort of.
Yeah, mostly. We'll practice with it on. We just wanted to test the garb before Elizabeth's birthday, where we've already told you guys, but we will be Alphaba and Glinda going through Wicked, the first part.
In a production of Wicked, part 1.
A production, yes. Yeah. And so we tested, how do we look? But it actually won't really matter because this is going to come out after that. So if we look bad, then don't tell us because this is probably how we will look on the day. Like,
True.
No criticism is going to be helpful at this point.
True.
It'll already be done and over with.
My hair is definitely busted right now. But to be fair, I did it first and then got ready for like another hour after that. And I didn't put in hairspray. And then 2, I don't know how to curl hair. And 3, Liv is going to actually be doing my hair the day of. So this is just for you guys. And do you want to see it from the side? Because it's crazy.
I don't think
There's
it
a
looks
bump
as
and
bad
it
as you
skews
think.
to the side. Well, because I had tied it and then I put bobby pins to secure pieces because I had too much forward. But then it came out. So then I retied it. Now the bobby pins are somewhere in the middle, not on top. And now it has a weird shape. And it tilts to one side and it's not where it's supposed to be. And my hair's not curled anymore. All that to say, I was stressed out like 20 minutes ago when I realized. But that's fine.
Yeah, and mine, I don't even know what to say about my hands at this point. They're just kind of rubbed off. I'll have someone else do it when we do it on the day. And
If you
also
want.
the chest is not great, but
Oh, I guess actually it won't matter if you're painting your hands. Because I was going to say, if you want black nail polish, I have. But then if they're just going to paint over your hands green,
Yeah.
probably just get red on the black.
right. No, probably just leave it.
Do you guys like my wand? I didn't even have to buy it. I've just had this since Wicked Part 1 came out. And I've had this since my 18th birthday. It was a princess party where I was a princess. So.
And now you get to reuse it. Doesn't things come back around? That's 7 years ago.
Yeah. And I knew when I got it, my
crazy.
mom was like, what? Well, I don't think this was from Etsy, so I doubt it was all that expensive. But I kept it this whole time in the back, and my mom has said it and pointed out, and in the back of my head, I'm like, when am I going to ever need this? And I'm like, I'm obviously going to need a princess crown at some point again. Like, I feel like that's something universally needed.
Yeah.
You know?
And there you go.
And this dress, my sister's prom dress. And do I love it? Yes. Am I going to keep it? Yes. I don't think she wants it anymore, but I had to text her and be like, can I wear your prom dress? Can I have mom ship it to me fast? And she was like, all right. But it eats. It's so fucking gorgeous.
It really
It doesn't
is,
fit me as good as it fit her because I have huge boobs and that like protrude. So it's not like a uniform like fit down my sternum. And I also don't have a bra that like contudes to having a dress that fits close to my sternum over my boobs, like skin tight. And no dress could do that because it would have to withstand the fabric itself 10 pounds to uphold my boobs. And that's just not possible. So, but I really like it.
It's definitely pretty. I hope it shows up well on camera. I thought it did when I was looking, but yes, so that'll be your No One Mourns dress, right?
Yes. Yes, there's going to be costume changes, guys. Believe
I'm
it
sure
or
you
not.
guys will see. I'm sure there will be videos that will come out from the performance. Maybe. Actually, don't hold me to that. Depends on how well we do in the moment. We've been practicing, guys. We've been practicing, but
Definitely,
you know.
I think the Ozdust video because we're not singing in that. So
Sure,
it's not like
but
we're not going to accidentally sound horrible.
Okay, but we could accidentally dance horrible. I guess it's kind of funny.
I think if I were to mess up so bad, I would literally just be like, wait, let's just redo it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Because, I mean, it's my performance of Wicked.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop me?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, because, like, Ozdust is very, especially our version, I'm not going to, like, spoil, but it's very, like, move into move into move.
You can't
into
spoil
move.
because it'll already be done by the time this comes out.
Not, will the TikTok be out?
Oh, that's true, I guess.
I'm speaking as if you haven't released
Sure.
the footage yet.
Okay.
Which is how you were talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's like dance, move into dance, move into dance, move. So if we miss one, then we're going to miss the other, and then we're just going to get messed up anyway. In that case, I would just be like, okay, pause. Isabel, pause the music. Let's just redo it. Because I want to get it right. I did that with, I've been practicing, we're doing the karaoke versions. So, like, we are singing. And then we're going to have, like, the ensemble in the background. But there's a few times with Popular because I'm practicing. The way I'm doing it is I'm practicing with the Broadway recording, then I'm practicing a few times with Ariana Grande, then I'm going to the karaoke because I'm holding low a lot more notes the way that Kristen Chenoweth did than Ariana Grande, and also she just goes up into whistle tones and holds the note, and there's just some scenarios where you don't have to. I mean, there's like proper poise when you talk to boys, like you have to go up and down, that's just how it's written. And so I don't have a problem kind of mimicking Ariana Grande in that, but it's like sort of a mashup, I think, my version, so that I can actually hit the notes.
Yeah.
But there's some where it's like, I just mess up the words and then I have no idea where I am, and I'm like, all right, again. Start again. I'm doing it again.
That's pretty similar to how Wizard and I is going right now. Just kind of, I don't even have, but it's not as intense as Popular because I don't have to dance during it, really. I'll just kind of walk around, but like, I know the verses, but then I forget where they go where, and when there's lines that are the same, it's like remembering when they go down, whatever.
Because it's easy with when I'm singing it with her, I don't have to think about it because I've listened to fucking Ariana Grande's Popular a billion times, so it just comes out of me, and it always sounds so much better too because I can play with it more. But then you put me there, and I'm like trying to like think about what I have to do next. It's getting more natural the more I do it, but it's a lot of thought, and I think when it's gonna sound worse than I think my best has been the past few days if we do it while dancing, because I'm also going to have to remember every single move.
Right.
Which maybe I should be practicing more while also doing the dancing, but I'm trying to tackle one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure it'll be great, guys. If you were at the birthday party, drop a comment, let us know. Was it amazing?
It better be. Yeah. Everyone better be fucking amazed. Do you see us right now? We're in full bust down. I woke up at 9:30 a.m. on a Saturday. I guess that's to normal people not that early. But to me it is. 9:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and immediately started getting in like full face. And she was painting herself. Multiple layers, mind you.
This is like 2 layers of white foundation with 2 layers of green face paint on top. So
I think now that I'm seeing you serious. Like right up close, like it looks really, really good.
Thank you.
I think you did really
proud of how I do it. It feels very.
It looks like a natural skin tone in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It
blended really well.
I feel like it's definitely true to Broadway. Like I feel like how Broadway would do it. It's not the level of makeup effects of the movie, of course.
But that's like. But I'm like,
I feel like I could do this. Like this would be acceptable for on Broadway. So I'm pretty happy with it turned out. So hopefully I can replicate it.
I know. I think I had a really good makeup day today, and I'm like, I feel like when I'm stressed, it's not going to be the same case.
True.
Except my eyelashes are 2 different sizes.
And it will be like, okay, guys, we had to step away from the party for 2 hours. Because it took
my
2
plan
hours.
Is legitimately like do dinner early, and then I'd be like, okay, y'all can start drinking or hang or get ready, whatever. We need to get ready for pretty much 2 hours. Straight.
And it needs to be a reveal so you can't see us.
Yeah. And then, but also then we're going to have to do at least 15 to 20 minutes of warm-ups, and then everyone has to get in places. Like, it's a whole thing. But that's why intense. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to eat at like 4:35.
Yum.
Because if you want me on stage by 7:38, they're going to have to be a long time.
Right.
Anyway, we're doing this for my 25th birthday. So welcome to my birthday episode.
Yes.
Woo!
It is the long-awaited birthday episode because it's the first one we've done, but we've been talking about birthday episodes for a while, but we started the pod right after both of our birthdays. So we're almost a year into the pod, but this is our first birthday app.
Yes. And also, while we're saying happy birthday to me, it's also Valentine's Day today while we're filming. So happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
We should post on the pod Instagram a selfie of us in this outfit for these outfits for Valentine's Day. Just be like, happy Valentine's Day.
For today?
Like today.
Okay, sure.
Just like a story selfie. We put girls like girls as the music.
Okay. Yes. And what did you guys think about the Girls Like Girls trailer? Not to, we got other stuff to get into, but like, come on, what did you guys think? Were you excited?
Her story is being made.
Literally.
We're old though, because I was there when
book?
it dropped. No. I read the blurb and I didn't think she was a very good author, so I didn't read the book.
I heard her writing is really good. The story is not good.
Ah.
Because it's just kind of the music video in video form, but apparently they said the ending was very rushed, and it's also only from perspective of the main girl, not the opposite girl, and they said that was kind of limiting because you can only see her point of view. You can't see what this other person is
thinking or feeling about her.
She's kind of an asshole, the other one, in a way. I mean, like, maybe not an asshole. That's kind of harsh for a girl that's obviously going through troubles with their sexuality, but, like, she kind of the villain at some
Yeah.
points, you know, in the way that she treats her, you know,
Right.
whatever. So people were saying like they kind of lacked being able to feel for her in that way, but that the writing was good. They thought the writing was good.
I remember when it came out and there was something about it where I was like, I just don't think this is going to be a good read, so I didn't read it. But I am going to be watching the movie.
Yeah, of course. You have to. You have to.
I was there when the freaking music video dropped. Like, I'm old. I'm old. I'm 25. I drank a fucking large soda. So already like a big soda. So when I say half and half, it's still a lot, right? But I mixed it half full sugar cherry Coke, half diet cherry Coke. And I'm not kidding. I felt the ramifications of that for 48 hours. Like yesterday, I went to the movies again. This was Thursday when I drank that. And I couldn't drink any soda at all. I was with Isabel and she's like, why aren't you drinking soda? I was like, I still feel the sugar in my head and my stomach and I just feel horrible still. And like I had a full-blown panic attack when I got home from the caffeine and the sugar combined that Thursday. And not like I had a panic attack from the fact that my heart, the body reactions to the caffeine. That's why I think it was more the sugar than the caffeine.
Right.
Because to me, I have a full-blown panic attack after caffeine because of the caffeine in terms of like the caffeine's starting to make me hyperventilate like and freak out. This, I was sitting there completely calm after the movie, but my heart was going like this, and it was like squeezing in like a painful, like it hurts my heart, like my chest hurts way. And then in thinking about potentially having a heart attack and dying, I gave myself a panic attack about the thoughts of the pain, not the pain itself driving it.
Right.
And then I realized I'm old because I can't drink a full sugar soda.
Yeah. Well, and yes, you're 25, and so...
Yeah. I don't want to think about it that much, actually.
Okay, well...
It says on my birthday episode where it's all about me.
Let's get in our birthday episode where we literally...
Okay, so this is how I set this up. Because I'm turning 25, I'm going to do 20 fun facts about me that are not going to require a ton of explanation, and I'm going to form them in the sense of ones that I can.
Yeah.
In the sense of a question for Morgan.
Yeah.
Because some of them are basic, some of them are statements that's harder to form into a question.
Yeah.
And then I have 5 fun lore stories. Yes, they're all fun. Okay, I just double checked. Okay. I originally wrote 5 lore stories that are like essential to me as a person, but then I realized that episode would be way more depressing than what we would want for a birthday episode. So I went for funnier ones. Okay, let's start. Number 1. Who's my favorite character of all time?
Favorite character of all time, and this is not just anime?
Of all time. Of anything. I asked this question at Thanksgiving, by the way, and they didn't know either, and I told them. Just saying.
Oh, and I don't remember then, huh?
And no one knew then either. Sound down below if you know.
You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna know, of course, but... Can I have a hint? Is it from an anime?
No.
Fuck. Stitch?
No.
Okay, what?
Sirius Black.
Oh, well, fucking of course.
I know, and that's what everyone said on Thanksgiving, too. They're like, oh, I didn't think of that. I'm like, I don't know, guys.
I guess,
because I think I make it obvious.
I feel like I think of it... I always think animated, and that's obviously not... That's what my brain jumps to when character. Obviously, that is not the only thing that's a character. Yeah. Like who's surprised? Raise your hand if you're surprised. Right.
And the only bracelet, because this one doesn't come off. If I were to have a vital instrument in Gachi Akuta, like I talked about last episode, it'd be this bracelet, and it turned into a giant black dog like Sirius Black. Me and Aaron had a convo
That would
about
be
it.
pretty dope, actually.
That would be my vital instrument. That or AO3, but I don't know what that would turn into as a weapon. What's my favorite color?
Pink.
I'll accept that, but it's green. It's pink and green.
Okay.
I would say more green now, but I would say by the time you would have known, what I would have told you when we met would have been pink.
Yeah, I think so.
I wrote green, but I know it's pink and green. Okay. So that's acceptable. What's my star sign?
Pisces.
Yes, we're both Pisces.
That was easy for me.
Okay. What is my favorite show? Differentiating, I did anime as the next question, so it's not an anime.
Okay, so favorite TV show? It's not an anime?
Could still be animated, though, but it's not an anime in the Japanese sense.
Oh, is it going to be a hell of a boss then? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is going to be Hell of a Boss.
I couldn't remember which one if you liked better, Hell of a Boss or
It is Hell of a Boss, the one I like better.
But I thought Hell of a Boss.
I want to get a Blitz tattoo really bad, but just paying for a tattoo right now is a bit much for me.
Right.
Mind you, I'm renting a fucking house for all my friends to go watch me do Wicked, so, using my money in other irresponsible ways.
Well.
What is my favorite anime? There's 2 possible answers.
Attack on Titan.
Yes.
JJK. Or did you not put that there?
not the one I put as 2, but I'll read you the sentence because technically that also still counts.
Okay.
I said my favorite anime is Attack on Titan or Fruits Basket, but I'm thinking it could be Jujutsu Kaisen with the way things are going.
I would have said Fruits Basket next as my third guess.
Historically, it's Attack on Titan or Fruits Basket, but as JJK is coming out, and this is also the first anime where I've read the whole manga start to finish, so I know how the story's supposed to go before it's been fully animated. So I think with the way things are going and them finishing out the animation, it could become my favorite.
It just depends on how well they do it.
And they had like such a lame fight, like the most lame of the series basically in this past episode, and it was fucking amazing. I was like, I don't remember reading this and it being entertaining at all. And wow, like it was fucking amazing.
Nice.
What are my top 4 movies on my Letterboxd?
Ooh, this is a good question for me because I don't have Letterboxd.
Yes, and doesn't she need to get Letterboxd?
Guys, I don't know. I get stressed out. Okay. Pride and Prejudice, 2005.
Yes, that's actually the first one too in the list.
Yeah.
In the lineup.
A Studio Ghibli movie, but I'm not going to remember which one.
True.
Because I don't remember their names, but that'll be one of them. Did you put Sinners up there now?
Yes, I did.
Is Wicked Part 1 still in there?
Yes.
Wow, guys!
Pride and Prejudice 2005, Wicked, Princess Mononoke, and Sinners.
Princess Mononoke, yes.
Yeah, that's a good job. That's a good job for not seeing my Letterboxd every day, because everyone else who has Letterboxd just sees it whenever they go to look at my view reviews. So.
Right.
Wow, I'm impressed. Especially because that recently changed as well. Historically, it was something different. Number 7, who is my favorite Disney princess?
Belle.
True. It's because I'm weird and I like to read. I've always related. Maybe less about her romance story. I've never related to that part. But I have always related to the fantasy of the most romantic thing a person could do for you is just gift you an entire library full of books.
True.
That's kind of why I was invested in their romance, but like literally nothing else to do with the man.
Right.
I just love that she like walked around town. Everyone's like, she fucking weirdo. She's so weird. She likes doing weird shit. She read her books. Like that was me historically growing up. And now me, but like if the books were anime. Well, also with books as well still, but I get her.
But if it was fan fiction.
With her nose stuck in a book, it's me reading AO3.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's my favorite Disney movie?
Favorite
Number
Disney
8.
movie? Is it a Lilo and Stitch original?
Yes, it's Lilo and Stitch the original. Sorry, I was confused how you phrase it. Yes.
Yeah, because
Lilo and Stitch 2001. I watch it, fun fact, whenever I have a panic attack because it calms me. What mental illness do I go to therapy for? And what 2 types of therapy do I go for treatment? This is a hard one.
2 types of therapy? I didn't know you were doing 2 types now. Well, you're just doing like talk therapy, cognitive behavioral, I think, is that technically what it's called?
I talked to you guys when I was
EDM?
told PMDD.
What's that?
I don't know what it stands for. It's the one where you have to move your eyes in all those specific ways.
That's EDM, eyes desensitization. Or maybe it's EDRM. But
yeah. You're right. It is the same thing.
Yeah.
I think I got the acronym wrong. Yeah.
I didn't know
I talked to you guys about it, but I started doing it.
Awesome. Well, I hope that is helpful to you. And what are you getting treated for technically?
Deep sigh of reflection.
Like, well, what are all the different things it could be?
Oh, the laundry list. There's one that I don't know if this helps or hurts.
Like anxiety general, depression general. Like,
yeah, there's like one thing that is like I have to go to therapy for. It's like something that is not manageable for me outside of therapy.
Is it BPD?
I don't know if that helps. No.
I don't think so. I don't know then. Is it PTSD?
CPTSD, but
yeah,
yes,
that's what
PTSD.
I think we thought it was. Yeah,
CPTSD because it involves childhood stuff. But yes, guys, I go to talk therapy and EDMR therapy. It is EDMR. I don't know where the PPMD. I don't know why I wrote that. I must have been thinking about something else. That is actually, isn't that the disorder where you have strong emotional, like to suicidal thoughts right before your period? That's what I'm thinking about.
Maybe,
that's what that acronym is for. That mental illness. I don't know why that's on my mind. Yeah, I go for both of those types of treatments for my CPTSD. Jury's still out on if it's going to work.
Hey, it's a fun fact.
Fun fact, I have CPTSD from my childhood, from my first boyfriend, and from other things that have happened to me.
Right.
Thanks.
Right.
Going to talk therapy and EDMR. Jury's out on if it works. Recently had to add the EDMR because talk therapy wasn't working. So,
right.
you know. 25 and
No.
living it up.
I hope that's helpful to you then.
I don't think I can pose this one as a question.
Okay.
Fun fact number 10. There are certain English words I don't know or I don't pronounce correctly because my first language that I learned, well, technically my first language was Spanish. But really the real reason is because my mom's first language is Spanish and she just does not know English words for things or has just been pronouncing them wrong her whole life and then just taught me them, and it takes me getting mortally embarrassed in front of somebody else. For example, I did not know how to say dachshund. And I did not know that dachshund was separate from dachshund. That's how I pronounced dachshund for my whole life. Right. And I'm pronouncing it more English, but the way that my mom says it is dachshund. And so I said it that way because that's how you fucking spell it. Up until I moved here, and either you or I were like, what the fuck are you saying? And I was like, To
be fair, I think that is a very common problem even for English speakers. It's very.
Well, I also thought I thought they were two
think
different types of dogs the whole time. Like I knew of the word dachshund, but I thought it was something else.
Sure, yeah. That's real.
I also didn't know how to spell sandwich correctly until I was in high school, and I got it wrong on a French test. The English word. He marked me off and took points off for me spelling the English of sandwich wrong.
Okay, right, because that's what's important here.
Right, I know. And he took me aside and he was like, do you know how to spell this word? You're an 11th grader. And I was like, I thought it was...
Okay,
I thought it was...
rude.
I remember the book of Sandwich with the sandwich, like the witch in the sand. And like to know them to not spell it like a witch, like you are a witch, you're witches. I remember that book. So I thought instead it was like sandwich as in sand and then which one. So I spelled it with a W-H my whole life.
Okay, gotcha.
I probably still do if I were to write it without thinking, because I don't know if that disciplined me enough to like, but I was humiliated because he asked me in front of the whole class, so.
Evil, that is evil. Like, you don't, you're an 11th grader, you don't know how to spell. Hey, there's dyslexic people out there, there's a lot of different people out there that you maybe misspell one word and you're like, in the front of the whole class, you're like, you don't know how to spell? Fuck you.
Yeah. He was kind of funny, like he would call, he's dead now actually, so rest in peace, Mr. Hunt. But he had a dachshund as well, named Gizmo.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he would dress up funny all the time. He was kind of iconic in the sense of like, he was just like a mean gay. Like, I don't know his sexuality canonically, like I don't know confirmed, but like I always interpreted him as a gay man with his little dog, his little dachshund, because he never talked about, and maybe he just never had a partner or anything, but then he would talk about his girl group that he would go out with. And then the small community of men that he hung out with all the time who like they did other things with. And I'm like that's the friend groups he would talk about, like activities in his life. He's like, I went out with my girls, or like me and this group of guys that like have a community together. Like to me that just read gay.
Yeah.
And he would bully the mean kids like outright. He would like, we would learn like French slang, like how to say like he's a slut. You say he's a hot rabbit.
Oh. That makes sense.
And he would make fill in the blanks with real people's names from the class. Like Mitchell is a Ocean Lapon, which is like a hot rabbit or something wolf maybe. I don't remember. And you would fill in the French word, and then he'd give you a bank of the students' names as well to say who's what, and he would like write sentences about us. And it was so funny because he always was like, and the girls are hot, like not hot. He wouldn't say that's weird, but like positives about the girls always, like she's a bad bitch, stuff like that. The men's like, he's a fucking slut. He's ugly. He's like slow, like shit like that. Like he's the slowest runner. That they would always put this one kid Sean as the slowest runner. And Sean was like a gamer kid who, I was gonna say something really mean, but he was just like constantly dogged on by Mr. Hunt, and he wasn't even mean. He was just like, you fucking loser nerd.
Oh wow.
Anyway, but I didn't really like Sean, so I thought it was kind of a slay.
Sure.
In a way, I'm kind of now just the girl version of him. And, like, back then I was like, what a fucking weirdo. All he does is sit and play on his fucking games and eat shit food and drink soda or whatever. And now I'm like, and so maybe that's valid.
Right.
And so maybe
Not the soda, though, because you can't do that no more.
Diet. I think I can handle diet. I just need,
maybe, probably caffeine-free, I feel like. You're focusing on the sugar. I feel like it's the caffeine.
I know. Maybe it is the caffeine. Maybe it was, like, out of nowhere. Because I have a caffeine intolerance. But, like, sometimes I drink coffee and then it's fine until one day the one coffee is just not fine anymore. So it totally could have been. But I have to go on a soda cleanse, I think, before I even dive back into the diet and zero for a little bit. Because it really scared me. Okay. This next one, I also do not think that I can put into a question, but fun fact number 11, I did not like Ariana Grande's music until she released Eternal Sunshine, and now I love her, and I've realized I was wrong the whole time. I'm going back and re-listening to everything. I didn't actively dislike, but nothing ever grabbed my attention enough where I was like, I want to listen to this album. Sure. And then I heard Eternal Sunshine, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. I think her best song is Hampstead off the Eternal Sunshine Deluxe. That's my hot take. I mean, actually, a lot of people agree with me, but number 12, who is my favorite musical artist? And if I was not afraid to be embarrassed, what would be my true answer? Whoa. There's an answer that I tell people, and then there's the true answer. Both are true, but like, there's like, there was only like, if someone held a gun to my head, I would say the second group, the second artist. Sorry, I guess that's a spoiler.
Is the second artist Sheck Wes?
No. That's my favorite song.
Yeah, I knew the favorite song piece.
Yes.
Well, actually, I feel like I don't know this. Because you like so much different music, I don't know if I would. And the distinction of who we would be embarrassed by. And
I guess the answer, there's two potential answers. There's two potential right answers. Because there is one that I tell everyone, and then there's one that I only tell some people, depending on how much I think I could be embarrassed in front of them.
One of them's a group. Is Gorillaz one of them?
No.
I don't think I have it.
That would be really cool, though, if that was true. I'd be so much cooler of a person. Actually, for favorite song, like, what I tell people on Melancholy Hill by Gorillaz, The Truth, Mo Bamba by Sheck Wes. Yeah. Obviously. What I tell people is my favorite artist is David Bowie, which is true. But if I was honest and someone was holding a gun to my head and be like, but who do you listen to the most? Like, your favorite artist? It would be 21 Pilots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
But, like, you can't tell people that.
I guess.
I mean, I do, but it's like...
I should have known the 21 Pilots one for sure. David Bowie would have been, yeah. Obviously, I mean, all of these are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I feel like we don't talk about artists as much as I make it obvious what song I like. Sure. Because I do listen to such a range of music. Yeah, yeah. I listen to a range of music, and somehow my favorite artist is 21 Pilots. Like, not hating. I don't know. I don't hate them. I don't think they're embarrassing. But, like, I was on a date the other day, and I had to say that. Well, she asked me who my favorite artist was, and I did say David Bowie. And she was like, oh, really? And I was like, no, if I'm honest, it's 21 Pilots. And she was like, oh. And I was like, shit, not the right thing to say. It's okay, though. You know, sometimes you have to embarrass yourself. Number 13, what is my favorite video game? There's two possible answers, but I think you'll get. Stardew Valley.
Oh, no.
Oh, what? What's your favorite video game?
We both like it.
Oh, Until Dawn. Yeah. Oh, yeah, fair.
I didn't start playing Stardew Valley in earnest until I moved here. Just played it a little bit beforehand.
Fair. Okay, Until Dawn's one. There's another answer?
Mm-hmm. But I can just tell you. Yeah. Undertale. Okay. The other one.
I do know Until Dawn and Undertale. I don't know if I would pick it as your top one.
Mm-hmm. I think Undertale is the best written game I've ever played, and I think the best game of all time in a way. But Until Dawn is like the one I have the most fun with. Yeah. Or if we're talking about like even like shooter replayability games, then the answer is Fortnite.
Right, true.
But I didn't count that because for me it's like favorite video game tells like a story.
Sure.
You know? Yeah. Like I play Fortnite the most.
Fortnite's fun to play, but it's hard to say is like your
favorite it's like game. Wow, this is not the best video game ever made. I would never say that about Fortnite, but like in a way it is. What do you think is my most controversial tattoo?
And there's a correct answer to this?
Yes.
Huh. Your most controversial? Mm-hmm. In what way?
I don't know, it's just controversial to have from the source. The source is what's controversial.
Okay.
Is that helpful?
Gotcha. I guess.
I could also just tell you, this one's a pretty hard one.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would know this one.
I have Call Me By Your Name tattoo, to speak or to die. But the quote is that you'd better to speak or to die. But the thing is, Call Me By Your Name in itself is super controversial because it's about grooming.
Oh,
Oliver is like significantly older than Elio.
Right.
And when I first watched the movie, I did not grasp that. Every time I've watched it after, because I watched it when it first came out, when I was a young teenager. So to me, it was like this like beautiful queer love story.
Yeah.
You watch it with like a little bit more of your brain developed, and you're like, that it's tragic because what happens to Elio is a tragedy.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that his romantic feelings are very real. And, like, that's beautiful what's coming from, not beautiful, but, like, in a way, it's we're seeing him fall in love, and we're rooting for him in a way. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the ending plays out, and it's like, Oliver fucked him, like, destroyed him emotionally. Right. That's what's so sad about that last sitting in front of the fire scene. And I think it's really well done, and I don't think it's not obvious. I just think I was stupid and 15 years old. But I didn't get this, not knowing that. But it is sort of, like, controversial to be like, oh, I have a Call Me By Your Name tattoo, in a way. Because even saying that's, like, your favorite movie nowadays is pretty controversial. Because of how many people have romanticized and, like, think it's this beautiful love story versus the actual context of the film.
No, and that's fair, and I think there's just then, like, a step to recognize it. But I guess I don't see it as that controversial, even though I know it is. But I think it's controversial in the same way that Brokeback Mountain is controversial, in that technically, you know, it is a love story between two men, but there's a lot of talks about the misogyny of it all, and like you're ruining the two women's lives that they are being partnered with. It's like, but it's all just like, it's kind of the gay love story of it all. It's like, doesn't necessarily mean that everything has to be, it could still be a beautiful story without it. I guess it's the romanticizing of it.
Yeah, people think that they are really cute together.
A Shakespeare quote first?
No, she's reading some sort of Italian poem that it's from.
I thought it was also from Shakespeare. Okay.
At least I don't think it is.
I don't know.
To speak or to die, that is the question. But that's not, I guess, is from Hamlet, I guess. But the quote is it easier to speak or to die?
Oh,
or would you rather speak?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. I guess actually I should just tell people that. I didn't even clock that at all. But, okay, also, I got the tattoo because what I found was that beautiful quote. Elio is still 17, and it's obvious his parents read to him like when it was like raining and stuff, and like then he's like, I don't know, falling in love with a man who's like almost 30, and it's very tragic. You know, the movie does a really good way of displaying his innocence versus, but also I guess that is an interesting take, because like it kind of in a way in a homophobic interpretation is saying like the gay is what's taking away his innocence, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that's what's the issue. It's, you know, the sexual, see, that's what I'm saying, but like the sexual acts with someone who's older, not because he's a man, I guess. It's the fact that anyway, I digress. It's not something
necessarily to romanticize, but I don't think it takes away from the story, and that for a lot of people that is kind of true. You fall in love with someone that's maybe older than you, a lot of gay people especially, and it's like, yeah, you don't like we don't want them to end up together, but to say that the movie is controversial, I guess is I don't think you were actually thinking about the movie and what it means. It's not about Elio and
the movie I think has controversy around it because of how people react in the fandom space to it, and then the pushback from that reaction. But the quote is it easier to speak or to die? And it's the mom. She's reading this French poem about a prince, and he wants to tell the princess how he feels before he like is gonna go die in war or some bullshit. I don't know. I just thought it was really beautiful, and I always struggle with talking about my own feelings, and that's why I wanted to get it. And also I think it's a really beautiful tattoo and where it's placed. But I do think in some level it's a bit, I don't know. I love the tattoo, but I think it's a bit intense to tell people I have a tattoo about Call Me By Your Name in a way. So that's why I consider it my most controversial tattoo.
Gotcha.
Which Star Wars movie is my favorite? Do you even know the difference?
Nope.
Yeah. My favorite Star Wars movie is The Empire Strikes Back, the second of the originals. What is my favorite piercing I've ever had, and do I still currently have it?
Tongue, and no, you do not.
Yes, true. I'll insert a picture of me with my tongue piercing and I used to have one that said slut, and I took grad photos with that, with my tongue out in front of the fucking old main, the old like historical building at Penn State, and it's me with a tongue ring that says slut. So, and I miss it, and I want it again, but I don't want to break all my teeth, so there's that.
She was chipping her teeth on it. Nerve exposed and everything. It had to come out, guys.
Yeah. A few were chipped, and that was fine. And then I bit down and cracked a tooth in half, exposed the nerve, and it was $900. And I was like, okay. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
What is my favorite manga?
Oh.
I don't know if you would get it. I've definitely talked about it. It's not one that you've never heard of, but
And it's not ones that you have made into that have been made into.
It has been made into a show.
Oh,
not to completion, but
I'm not sure then.
Chainsaw Man is my favorite manga.
Sure.
That
yes, I do. I would know that. I should have known that.
That or The Summer Hikaru Died, which just got its first season of anime adaptation, but that one's still ongoing, and I'm keeping up with it, but I mean, I guess Chainsaw Man's more ongoing as well, but it has a lot more to it that I can confidently say it's my favorite manga. The Summer Hikaru Died is a lot shorter. If you were to ask me, I want to read a manga, I'm going to watch anime, what should I start with? That's what I would tell you to start with. That or the anime Erased, I would tell you to watch first.
Chainsaw Man? Or
no, The Summer Hikaru Died.
Okay.
Because it's like a queer kind of horror thriller mystery type of thing.
Yeah.
That or the one I just watched, Madoka Magica, but that's because of the Yuri of it all. Like, it is... Everyone's right. It is award-winning Yuri. But but it's scary. It scared the fuck out of me. And I already told you how scary it is, so I don't know how fun that reveal would be to you. Like, the eeriness of it. But I think I would still suggest that one. I think you would have a good time with it. Who's my favorite YouTubers of all time?
Dan and Phil.
Yes, and I still watch them religiously. The fun fact was, number 18, I still watch Dan and Phil religiously. Actually, I'm not going to watch their most recent video that just came out, though, because it's them going on, like, little speed dates with, like, random men for the video, and then the men are, like, rating how good they are at dating now that they haven't dated in, like, 16 years, and it was already secondhand embarrassment, too intense.
Oh,
right,
really?
Phil sat down for the first one, and I was like, I can't do that, actually.
Okay, that's
You guys are free. Yeah, I'm too embarrassed by how you act, actually. Too millennial, too embarrassing, too cringe. Yeah, I can't turn the last one.
It's a funny idea for a video, though.
Number 19, it just says, I love Frozen, the movie. That's the only fun fact.
True.
What is my... Okay, number 20, let's leave it on a crazy note. What is my biggest fear?
Your biggest fear?
Mm-hmm.
Leave it on a crazy note? I don't know. I don't know if I could guess it. I feel you're gonna say it, and I think I'll be able to know, but
True.
I'm not sure I can guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say my biggest fear is loneliness, but in the sense of people not actually people knowing me, but actually not knowing me well, like knowing me well and knowing things about me, I guess. I talk about it in therapy a lot. It's because of the CPTSD, but I just want people to, like, know things about me and invest in my interests and things like that, and it's the fear of people being in my life but not ever doing that, and so never being able to share that, I guess, with other people. That's my fear. But in a nutshell, it's loneliness.
Okay.
Do you guys like that?
Yeah, what a crazy fun fact to end off on.
I couldn't think of the last one, so I just wrote biggest fear at the end. So, sorry. Fun fact, I have over 30 tattoos. That can be fun fact 21. Okay, now that we've done 20 fun facts, here is 5 pieces of lore / story lore that I think are funny / contribute to the person I am. Okay, lore 1. When I was a senior in college, I went on a Hinge first date with this guy named Jason. Shout out Jason. He, I don't know, he was cool. He liked Twilight. He was cute. And we went on this first date, and we're sitting at dinner. We're actually, like, hitting it off crazy. Like, it's going really well. He's a freshman, but we're the same age but I didn't know why, right? And so we're getting into it. And he's talking about how he didn't start college right away and how that was really hard. And we're talking about the classes he's taking because it's similar to what I've already taken. And we're talking. And I don't remember why I said this, but I was like, yeah, like, I just, like, don't fuck with the military at all. Like, I don't fuck the military. I don't fuck anyone who has been or was ever or is or has ever been in the military. Like, all those guys are just, like, fucked up because the military complex is horrible and abusive, and it takes in innocent people and churns out trauma for free. Basically, it preys upon people that are either misfortune, need money, or just don't know what to do with their lives. And I say that, but then I kind of end it with and I just don't fuck the military. And he goes, well, actually, I was in the military this whole time before I came to college, oh my God, like, dead silence. We're sitting in front of our pizza, and I'm like, oh, sorry? sorry, but also like
sorry but not sorry, like
right,
yeah,
exactly,
that's true, and I bet
right,
you do
so
have trauma.
there was like literally like, and yeah, he was talking about how he was really passionate about mental health and how like he went through this really dark period of time and that's why he wasn't in college yet and he had to wait a few years, etc., etc. So I thought like, yeah, I was talking about like, I don't know how it got to the military part. But I thought he was on the same page as me. And then he says that. And granted, he did not support the military. He made it very... He followed up that by being like, I don't support the military. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I like... It's exactly what you said. You know, it like churned out, you know, trauma for free. And I was just sitting there in silence because I was like, do I like apologize for what I said? But also, I can't date you. Like, that's what in my head I was like, yeah, I'm not going to date you. I don't fuck the military. I don't. Right. And I don't care if he doesn't he doesn't support the military. It's not the fact that you did it anyway. It's the fact that like you are going to deal with the repercussions of that trauma for the rest of your life. And you're going to be violent and et cetera, et cetera. Like, I know I'm generalizing, but as my own person who has to deal with my own PTSD, I could understand why another person could not date me because of the things that I have to deal with. And I think that's the same way I feel about people coming out of the military. And also people just who support the military. Super awkward for the rest of the date. So then we go out to the car. Well, we leave the restaurant and we're walking. And he was like, I was like, oh, I'm that way. And had parked at my sister's house downtown. So like still a ways. And he was like, oh, do you like want to go for like a walk and we can keep on talking? And I was like, actually, I have to just like really like, I need to run. Like I need to go watch my sister's cats. That's what I said. And then I never spoke to him again. Sorry, Jason.
Real.
Yeah, and then I didn't go on any more first dates, actually, for the rest of college, so.
That would be something that'd be like, oh.
He was nice and he was cute. Everyone was like, you fumbled. Like, you should have, like, he does not in the military still. But I was like, hard boundary, man.
And you need to have those.
And also, I feel like a moment too awkward, it ruined the vibe anyway.
True.
Even if I had decided, like, oh, I don't care. Like, I feel like I had just took an axe to that vibe. Like, crazy.
Fair.
In second grade, I helped my teacher correct exams or like grade homework because I was a goody two-shoes and also, I don't know, she liked me. So I was like a helper in that sense. I was a grading helper, which is actually kind of crazy that my teacher decided to do that now that I think about it. Like just like making second graders grade for you.
True.
But I would purposefully mark things on Bradley was in my class. He was my friend now, but I was best friends with his twin sister Lauren at the time and I hated him. I would purposely mark wrong answers for him. I would like give him horrible scores on tests and stuff and on purpose, and I have no idea if the teacher ever corrected them or not, but I did that the entire school year without fail, and I kept it to myself.
Like, gets his grade scores and he's like, what the fuck, Bradley? What's wrong with you?
I would just like go in with the red pen. I'd be like, no.
Wow, that is crazy, actually. Why was I mean, just having
I'm sure she looked over it and probably realized if I was doing it for so long, like,
sure.
And it wasn't like I was giving him, like, 50s or whatever, you know, because I feel like they would know. I would just, like, mark, like, he would always, I'd make it so he would get, like, an 80 or, like, something, like, low-high so that I was always beating him.
Right.
Sorry, Bradley, I never told him that. My bad. Oh. Actually, I think I might have told him something like that. Also, there was one scenario where my nose started bleeding in the middle of doing that, and then I just bled all over his test, and he had to redo it.
Oh, you had to redo it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because I literally just got nose blood over the whole thing. The teacher couldn't grade it. Yeah. Because I just started screaming.
It's a hazard at that point.
I was a second grader. I didn't understand a nosebleed, so I just started screaming and crying because my nose just started gushing blood everywhere. Sorry, Bradley. I don't know. We were kind of ops for no reason. I don't even think I think he just thought I was annoying. And I was just like, this is my op. Fun fact, lore number 3. My first and only boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, but my only boyfriend and my first boyfriend, Nick, has a scar on the tip of his penis for the rest of his life because of me, but also not really because of me. I was kind of just there. We were hooking up and I think the condom broke or something. This was the last time we ever used a condom, and we dated for like 2.5 years after this because he was so traumatized. And it had broke, I think, and he was trying to take it off, and we were like 17, so he does not understand like how to do it, and he's like, can you help? And I'm like, naked. I'm like, no. Do it your goddamn self. Like, I wanted to have sex, the fuck. And so he pulls it for some reason off from the edge, like pulling it taut instead of like rolling it down his dick from like the base. And he pulls it and it snaps in half and it whips back and it cuts open the tip of his penis.
Oh my god.
And I just
I'm like, because
I'm like laying on my stomach, like facing the TV. That's kind of like just naked. Like that's like where I'm while he's doing all this. I'm like, whatever, man. Like I'm gonna watch the show we were watching while we were fucking. Like this is what it's gonna be. He starts screaming like actually someone was murdering him. Like I have never heard a person scream in like so much like panic and pain. Like I instantly was like, something's really wrong.
Yeah.
His dick is bleeding everywhere. Yeah, his dick is bleeding everywhere. He is screaming, and then he starts throwing up because it hurts so bad. He's freaking out, and it healed. He was fine. The cut was like this big. It's just, you know, it's a really sensitive, literally the head of his dick, and like the snap and like the reverberation of that. So then I had to like fucking wash and like nurse his dick and then pull the rest of the condom off. But to this day, he has a scar. So I mean, he has only one girlfriend after that, and I think they're gonna get married. But like for the rest of his life, whoever he has sex with is gonna see the scar on the tip of his penis, and they're gonna be like, "So what is that?" And then he's gonna think of me without wanting to for the rest of his life. Ginger just tried to jump up in like the most stupid half-assed way, and then just fell right back down. I'm not gonna help her though. That's okay.
Sorry.
This one also has to do with Nick. Also kind of funny. Actually, this one's just gonna make me seem like a bad person, but that's okay. One time, I was like sitting on Nick's, like he was laying down and I was sitting on his lap facing him, if that makes sense, like straddling him. And we were just like talking and like kind of kissing, but like mostly just talking. And he was like starting to say, like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but he was starting to piss me off and like kind of just annoy me. And I was just looking at him and I was like, you're fucking annoying. Like, I'm over you. And we just go like silent for a minute, and he looks at me like he's gonna, like, he thinks we're about to start kissing, straight up just spit on his face. Out of nowhere. It was kind of like an intrusive thought in a way, where I was looking at him, I was like, I should just spit on this fucking loser. And then I did, and he was so mad at, his mouth was partially open, so it kind of got in his mouth too, and he was like, he freaked out. He ran out of the room and was like putting his mouth in the faucet, washing it out. I'm like, we were just making out. Is that not the same goddamn thing? He was really mad though. He was like, you just demeaned me for no reason, like with no warning. And I was like, I just felt like it. Like, I have no defense. I didn't really feel bad. Also, like, now that I'm saying that, I feel like that's kind of valid. So, my actions. The last one was going to be a tattoo tour, but I think that's going to be too hard and I don't want to do that. So, my number 5 will also be about Nick, because this man is like the story of never-ending hilarious stories. When we broke up, the last day I ever saw him, I had slept over his house the night before. Then we woke up the next day, and he was playing fucking Adele music, like, so loud, like max volume. So I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden I woke up because it's like, oh, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's cooking us this huge breakfast. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, okay. And then I go out, and he's like, do you want to like eat? And I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna like go. And then he makes me dance with him in his kitchen to Cigarette Daydreams, which was like our song. And he's like crying his eyes out, and I'm like, I hate slow dancing also, by the way. So I'm like awkward as fuck, like letting him dance, and I'm like, okay, yeah. He's crying, so then I go get my shit, and I'm like, all right, like, we're broken up now. You can't make me date you anymore. And he's like crying. He's already crying. And he goes, can I just like see your boobs one last time? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna show you my boobs one last time. He starts crying even harder, starts crying so hard he just starts throwing up on himself. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I just left him that way. And that was the last time we ever, he came to a party 6 months later at my house, but that's technically the last time we ever saw each other. Wow. Rest in peace, Nick. My lore just kind of turned into a Nick roast, because it couldn't be anything like bad that happened with me and Nick.
True.
So that's just kind of what that had to be.
You had to do the funny
my
moments.
5 essential lores. And I have no scars on my body from sex with Nick, so, you know, he's the real winner.
Yeah, actually. Oh, Ginge. Well, that was Elizabeth's birthday episode, guys. Did you learn a lot about her? Say your favorite fact or story.
Could you answer some of the questions while you were watching?
Yeah. Did you beat me? Did you beat my score? I'm actually curious on that, because I feel like I did pretty good.
I think you did pretty good. I think there were some that I did not expect you to get that you did really well, and there's some that I thought that were obvious that you did not know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But not as many. Like one or two.
It's usually the ones where I feel like there's just so many options, and then
Right.
I get like overwhelmed with the choices. But the ones that are so obvious are so obvious.
Right.
To me,
I agree.
anyways. But yeah, so if you guys beat me, let me know. But I don't know. I think I did pretty good. Yeah. I think we'll get into our advice then.
Yes.
I
can go first.
Okay, go ahead, because I can't even remember the one that I was gonna do.
My advice is, I want to throw a themed party, but I don't know what to pick. Any ideas? Well, I do a themed party every year, as you can see from the fact that we are completely dressed up. Wicked is always fun. If you have a movie you really like, make everyone read through it. Or a musical, make everyone perform it. You could also do sort of like a drag race theme, you know, do a lip sync for your life. Maybe I'm gonna make my friends do that, maybe not, I don't know, who can say. In the past I've done like a serial killer, like a murder kind of theme birthday party where it's like I'm wearing red and I have like fake blood, and it was kind of like the more like goth. I kind of took a birthday take on the goth Valentine's Day, like till death do us part, kind of that gothic vampire vibe. And everyone was wearing red or black, and I had like have a killer birthday. You could do vampire. You can make everyone dress up as princesses and make the fancy like princess cone hats. That could be cute. Yeah, those are some suggestions. Twilight birthday party. That's always on the table, I think. Or like just a movie you like, plan to watch the movie and then theme it around that. Like I think a really cool thing would be like a Lord of the Rings movie marathon birthday, because yes, those movies are long, but they also have so many meals in like the Lord of the Rings canon. They have like I forget what they're called, but they have like breakfast, second breakfast, like in between, so you're like these characters eat so often, and that's like a bit, and like you can make those meals as we're going, and then make like 10 meals for the 3 movies.
Yeah, I think definitely, like, what are something you love? Can you make a birthday party around that? Or, like, something you're obsessed with at the moment? I kind of even like that better, because then as you go back and look at the years, you'd be like, oh, remember my 23rd birthday, and I was obsessed with X at the time, and we all did an X themed birthday. Like, that's fun to look back on as you get older, and just, like, kind of like a review of where you were at certain parts of your life. I think that's fun.
Right.
So...
Another good one I did for my 22nd is come dressed as something that I love, because that lets people kind of read you in a way, and it can be funny or embarrassing. At the time, I was obsessed with Parker, so I had to tell everyone, do not dress up as Parker. Like, I can't handle that right now. But mostly a lot of people came as masked lesbians. There was Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. I was Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror, and Liv was Rocky. It was super fun because everyone kind of got to choose the level of dress up they wanted to do, and some people really committed, some people were just masked lesbians, less committed, but also everyone can take a funny take on it, their own take. So
yeah,
I think audience participation themes are the best.
Yeah, that's true. Those are fun.
Anything but a cup party. Liv made me do that when we were in college. I like had house parties a lot. People would come for the summer, and we did anything but a cup, and Kevin drank out of a dress shoe. He called it the shoey. Plenty of other fun options, but everyone has to bring something to drink out of. That's also one where it's like less, I guess, prep of like your own theme, but like still a theme for the party. Could be fun.
I think the important thing to remember is it's your party, and I think like you shouldn't have to worry about pleasing anyone else with the idea that you come up with. But anyways, it's about you, so don't worry about pleasing other people. Yeah. Okay. My advice question was, how do you handle men giving their opinion unsolicited? I feel like we've kind of answered this before in various ways, but like, you just ignore them. Like, honestly, you can't really, I mean, if you want to feed into it, you can. We've definitely been known to take upon the rage bait every now and then, but like, why would you follow advice or opinions of someone where you don't admire them or want to be where they are? Because I can't think of really any men that I would be like, I wish I was you.
I wish I was The Rock.
Okay.
Okay. If I could body swap with anyone, it would be The Rock.
That's fair. Or you have like,
I just want to eat like 30,000 calories and then have sex with someone.
No, that would be true. That's fair. I think like,
but yes, I agree with everything you're saying on a real note.
It's like realistic, like body swap. I would body swap with men. There is a lot of men I would body swap with, mostly because I want to have a penis. I want to have their hot body and like know what it's like to benefit from the society that caters to men, and then also fuck hot women with my penis. Like, yes, I want to do that, but as even any of those men where in reality I can't become what they are physically, I don't have any, maybe there's probably some exceptions out there, but majority or most of them, there's not one that I'd be like, I want to be where you are, or be the way that you are, or have what you have. There's usually any man that would fit that category. There's probably a woman that's doing it better that I would much rather take advice from. So why would I listen to their opinions when I don't want to be them? I don't want to be about them. I don't want them in my life. I don't want them to have I don't want my life to look anything like what they got going on. So why would I care about their opinion? You just gotta not. Like, why care about their opinion when they don't matter to you? I mean, does that sound rude? I don't know, but like, they don't matter. They don't matter. I mean, no one's opinion doesn't matter unless you give it weight.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're both in an age of big on living the queer woman lifestyle where men are not the center, trying to decenter men, I guess. Yeah, I think we both have always been, but I think right now we're in a really big phase of life of just like, try your hardest to just like decenter them, because their opinion really doesn't matter. And especially for us, because we are solely dating women right now at the moment. You know what I mean? Just like, it's hard to do. It's something you have to do all the time, but
you have to work on it. But
yeah, and I don't think it's something that ever truly goes away. But I guess just think exactly what Morgan was saying. Kind of think of it in terms of, do you even care what they have to say?
Yeah,
I think you hit the nail on the head, though.
And then just ignore them, because if you feed into their rage bait, that's kind of what they want. They want you to give you an excuse to
keep
for
talking.
You to hate it, and yeah, an excuse for them to keep talking. Are you on Ashlyn's private story on Snapchat?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the one Instagram or TikTok comment she made that got, oh my god, so there was this video, this TikTok of a man who was like handsome and had a head full of hair, and it said like before X, during, and he was visibly losing hair, and then after, and he's like visibly had a lot of hair loss. And Ashlyn posted a comment that said, "Me if I was your ex," and it was Quinn and Martin when they were like, ah. And oh my god, the replies to her comment were so crazy. The amount of men coming to defense of a random other man, actually kind of heartwarming. Men don't ever come to anyone's aid unless it is like related to their own, and this is true in this instance, but like specifically when it's like, oh, men supporting other men, because they rarely do that because they all feel insecure about a woman saying like, haha, your hair is receding. And oh, they were actually, some of the, like, it was funny in retrospect, but actually some of the comments were like actually concerning, because they were obviously dehumanizing women in a crazy way. One woman, she made one single comment and they were crazy dehumanizing her, like saying she was subhuman and whatever, also making rape jokes, all types of jokes like that. Mind you, one single comment.
And that almost validates her comment. You know what
I mean?
I mean? Like,
literally.
Their response is like, yeah, you deserved it.
Yeah, like, and like, exactly, this is your reaction to one single comment we made, then why wouldn't we just keep giving it back to you? Because, like, God forbid. But, so anyways, all to say, like, men will take up in arms about literally anything. Anything they feel like, and why that doesn't matter. And you just ignore them because they're just talking to themselves at the end of the day. Like, but actually going through that story, I was genuinely just laughing.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Worse than some of our like similar vibes to some of how some of our comment sections have been, right. But like hers was worse. But wow, like, yeah. So like, just remember that there's men out there like that. Right. So why would you care?
Why would we care about a man's opinion when they're all rapists and pedophiles?
Yeah,
it's kind of where I'm at right now. You're a rapist or pedophile until proven otherwise, and I have only cleared 3 men. So, if you're not in those 3, I don't think that highly of you. I'm sorry. Clip that.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Official Glinda, the leader of Oz statement. If you are a man, you are a pedophile and rapist until you are cleared otherwise by the military state of Oz. Run by me, the totalitarian leader. Glinda the Good.
And she will save us all.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that's our advice. Yeah. We must recommend Guys, I've been listening to the After Ever Afters, and I feel like it's long overdue that I put them back into the recommendations. But like, obviously, they're very vital to me as a human being. Like, I know all 3 by heart. Maybe the 3rd one less, but like, the first one, yeah, I could do probably the acapella parts even. And so they are on my February playlist.
We should do that.
What?
We should sing a clip of After Ever After the first one and harmonize with each other, because I could also do the harmonies for a TikTok. That would be so funny.
That would be funny.
Sorry.
Okay, well,
Random
you're
thought.
watching the behind the scenes. But yeah, so like, they're on my February playlist, and I do love them each and every time they go on. They're just so good, and also still relevant to today, even though they're like 10 years ago that they came out at this point, at minimum. And they're good. Yeah. So if you've never listened to the After Ever Afters by Paint, specifically, like maybe you've listened to the first one, but you might not know that there's 2 others. You need to listen to them all.
Agree.
So I'll do that.
My must recommend, I think, is going to age. I'm going to look back on this and be embarrassed, but I think I need to hold accountability for myself. My must recommend is that everybody needs to stay away from Finn Wolfhard, the actor. Stop watching his stuff. Stop thirsting over him on TikTok, because actually I've decided that I'm in love with him. And that's my man, and I'm getting a little bit jealous. It's Valentine's Day, and for some reason he's in New York City after he was just in the Midwest, and I'm a little bit upset about it. I don't think any of you guys get it the way I get it, even though I just got on the train last month in the year 2026. I fear a lot of you grew up having a crush on him, because we're the same age range, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and all I have to say is you bitches need to back off. Like, I'm mad. I'm mad. No one gets it like me. It's serious. And when I'm gay famous, this is gonna come back for me, and I know that. But True. I think I need to take accountability for my parasocial crush on Finn Wolfhard in some way, and like keep this on record. On my 25th birthday, I'm parasocially in love with Finn Wolfhard. I don't know him, but in a way I do. And I hope when I'm 26 that this is no longer true.
Yeah, I feel like it won't be. Surely it can't last that long.
If he pops out with a significant other, I think I'll die. Like, that's how it feels right now. It feels so serious. But I'm just like really excited for the day when it's not any more serious, because I don't like this about myself. I'm not having fun.
Yeah, no, I can relate. It's not fun, but you grow out of it. Things move, times change.
Right.
You realize he's a man, and it all becomes okay.
Please, Lord, I'm ready.
He's not helpful because he really doesn't look like a man. That's kind of not helpful.
Yeah, if he were to transition, I don't think I'm ever getting over it.
No, and I couldn't even hold you.
I would never get over it. I would be convinced that that's going to be my girlfriend for forever, and I would never date anybody else. And that's what I'm scared of, actually. A little bit. So, I'm holding myself accountable. I've started to detox yesterday, and, I'll keep you guys updated in further episodes how far along I get on that, how serious it is.
So your must recommend is for people to not fall in love with him.
Not even not fall in love. My must recommend is like, I must recommend that you stay away from him.
Yeah. Because
at your own peril, because that's my man.
Okay. Right.
It's kind of like a threat.
Gotcha. Yes. First must recommend that's a threat. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
I'm really feeling the Glinda vibes. And, like, I don't think she's ruling in a tyrannical way at the end of Wicked for Good, but I'm just going to pretend that's the case. That's kind of what I'm feeling in my Glinda body.
She wanted.
Right. Exactly. So, she
did just lose the love of her life. Like,
exactly.
She might as
Coming off of the last few episodes of me being like, we need to talk. Like, I don't know what my sexuality is. Like, I don't know if I like men. Come into this episode, I'm like, stay fuck away from Finn Wolfhard. That's my man. Never met him. I think I could pull him, though. I don't know, though. There's so many women that want him. It's crazy. It's all over my TikTok, and I'm like, because I'm like, yes, I feel the same way. But then I'm like, wait. I, like, read the comments, and I'm like, wait, it's actually serious, because what do you guys know? I know more. I don't. I barely actually know anything about him. I have not seen nearly a quarter of his works.
Yeah.
I listened to half the album. It doesn't matter, guys. I just know him personally.
Right. Maladaptive daydreaming, perhaps, has maybe cooked you.
Well, yes. I can't listen to music at the moment. It's really quite bad. I'm I'm like,
yeah, that's when
imagining
you
I'm
know
gonna,
you're cooked.
I'm
I've
gonna
been
meet
there.
him because in my head I'm gonna be besties with Gaten's girlfriend, and I'm gonna meet Gaten through her, and then Gaten's gonna bring Finn over, and he's gonna be like, "Who is this girl?"
There you go.
Oh my god, somebody needs to lock me up because that's actually what I think.
You should.
This is sick. I'm sick.
Wait, because well, now I'm just gonna not. This is not gonna be helpful, but Untouchable, Taylor Swift. Run that back with a Finn Wolfhard in mind. That'll change your life.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from my own parasocial crushes that I've had, where I thought that it was gonna be love, like because
No, because it is.
because that song is literally it. Because it's like you're untouchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold Rush by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so I'm
Anyway.
just saying, like, it'll change your life, but maybe you just live it up and it'll eventually go away. I'm confident it'll eventually go away, but, like, now you can live
He's
it
a
up.
man, and I have like I said, there's only 3 men I've cleared, and he is not on that list.
He hasn't been cleared.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We're dealing with a lot of stuff here, you know, like a lot's going on in the world, and I think
True.
I'm really funneling and I think a lot is coming up about relationships right now in therapy as well, and I think I'm really funneling all of the negative energy out of my mind and converting it to like love and obsession for Finn Wolfhard in an unhealthy way. But guys,
Okay.
I'll keep you updated on the situation as it unfolds. Yeah. And hey, maybe it does work out, and then I'm gonna pop out on the pod with Finn Wolfhard.
And that would be the craziest level of manifestation ever to exist. And yeah.
What would you do? What would you do if I started dating Finn Wolfhard?
I mean, I would say I wouldn't do it because I've been telling you that I do think that you could pull him. I do. You just got to get you into the right rooms and the right spaces. But, well, like...
Us getting gay famous, and then I pop out with Finn Wolfhard. Everyone's like, so why are you gay famous, though, if
Yeah.
you're dating Finn Wolfhard? And I'm
Okay,
like...
well, no bisexual erasure
Erasure.
here, please.
Bi for bi, we would be. Just
They
saying.
would be, and that's the best.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah. So it would be fine.
But like
it
our
would be
5-year
crazy.
plan, I'm like, I'm gonna be on Royal
would
Court.
fuck up
That's
our
how it's gonna
5-year
happen. No, but that's
plan.
like, I think we're gonna slow burn it. Like, I think it's like 5 years we're gonna be gay famous, and we're
Okay.
gonna be sitting on Royal Court, and Brittany Brosy's gonna bring up some clip of my TikTok of me talking about it or this, and she's gonna be like, so like, are you like weirdly obsessed with Finn Wolfhard? And I'm gonna be like, but then Finn Wolfhard's gonna find it endearing and funny. And then we're gonna actually fall in love, or she's gonna bring out Finn
Or it's
Wolfhard,
gonna be like,
or they're
yeah.
gonna put us in an interview together to like kind of like create embarrass and like awkwardness because it's gonna reveal to him live
Yeah.
that like I have this weird crush on him, but then it's gonna turn out he was already parasocially in love with me as well because he saw our content and he thought we were funny,
right. There you go.
and we're the same type of
No, it
weird.
would be like a Tonight Show type vibe when you're like, they bring it up and you're like, oh my god, I do love him, and then he comes out of the back and you're like, oh my god, and then you fuck on stage because the chemistry is that palatable. And when it happens,
Right.
guys, like, what are you gonna say?
Then,
Call me
and then when they
Nostradamus.
reboot Stranger Things in 10 years, they're gonna put me in as 11 because Millie Bobby Brown's not gonna want to come back, and that'll be fine.
You think they will? I feel like there is a strong chance of a Stranger Things reboot. Like,
Oh,
when
I
we're
think so,
old
100%.
Older as fuck, but
But
like,
I don't think all of them will come back. Not a chance.
No,
I
no.
think Sadie Sink might be too famous. I think there's a chance. I think Noah Schnapp will. That's
Yeah.
all I know. And I think if he does, there's a strong chance Millie would because they're besties.
Yeah,
But I could do it. Like, just give me some lip filler.
There you go.
And I would fix it too. Like, the first thing I do, they'd be like, all right, this is like a sex scene
I'm not
between
agreeing to
you
do
and
this.
Mike. And I'm going to be like, right, yeah. And then he's going to walk in the room and going to be like, I think we should break up.
Yeah.
I think you're in love with Will.
I'm not agreeing to Stranger Things unless Byler is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stranger Things a reboot, but it's not a reboot. It's just like the college years, and it's just about Mike and Will.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's gonna draw me in. They're roommates. They're roommates, and they're not together yet. But like, you know, it's like a
You know
rom-com
what's gonna happen.
movie or like
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
Then I'm sat with the original actors. I'm sat.
No, what I actually would watch would be a Clarendon
Stop.
crossover.
Yes. Yes.
Like it's like a 1-season show of like
one of them. They both have.
they switch places.
Yes.
Yeah. And they have to find a way
Back to the real.
Yeah.
Their real Mike and Will. Yeah.
I would watch that so
God,
hard.
someone needs to make me a billionaire, and so that I can ethically use it to make the content that the people need to
Yeah,
see, and
the
also
only-
date Finn Wolfhard.
The only ethical billionaires are the ones that make fan fictions come true.
The only ethical billionaires who use their billions to no longer be a billionaire because they've invested so
Yeah.
much money into making full-scale productions out of fan fictions.
Yes.
And then I could fund all of the movies that Finn Wolfhard wants to make.
True.
We would be perfect. Ethical billionaire. That's what I would do with it.
Right.
Use all my money and date Finn Wolfhard.
Wow.
So.
And guys, you might be looking back on this 5 years from now and be like, wow. And everything they said happened.
Yeah, make me gay famous. I promise I'm not going to date a man.
5 years from now you'll be 30.
Stop. Okay, and he would be 29. So, it's fine.
No,
do you
it
think
is
he would have
fine.
experienced twink death yet? No. I think he's going to be like 34, 35 before that happens.
Yeah, that feels fair. That feels fair. Ooh, I'm scared for that. If it's not broken by then, it'll be broken by then.
And then I dump him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, ew, wait.
For a younger...
You're a little... For a man who's like 24.
Are you fresh twink? Well, you are a rich billionaire celebrity at that point, so like, what do people expect?
Yeah, true. Tobey Maguire's dating a 19-year-old girl.
I don't want to hear that.
They're all pedophiles and rapists until I say so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And on that note,
we
that's
know
the
better,
pod,
and it's
guys.
time to go. It's time to go practice. I
Yeah.
literally need to change because I only do this for one song, and that we don't even do together.
Right.
But you know, we're gonna practice, do our dress rehearsal, and we'll see you on Morgan's birthday.
Yeah, follow the pod on TikTok and Instagram. We Know Better Pod, but TikTok there are 2 Ds. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Morg Cooper 2020, and you can follow Elizabeth on TikTok at EdgyLiz and on Instagram at elizabethrosepenabrown. Check out the description. We have links to ICE resources because, hey guys, even though Metro Surge was called off, people are still being affected by what's going on.
Lasting impact for a long time.
And then we also have link to advice if you'd want to ask some advice questions. Yeah, guys. Happy birthday, Elizabeth! Yes!
Yay, I'm 25.
And we will see you next time for my birthday.
Yep. All right.
Bye.